This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Good morning, friends. So in today's session, we'll talk about how to read data from storage account into um, dedicated SQL pool, or you can say SQL data warehouse. Azure SQL data warehouse, or you can say Azure Synapse, okay, or Azure Synapse, or you can call it as basically you can call it as SQL data warehouse, Azure Synapse, or in dedicated SQL pool, anything you can call it as, but ultimately all the names are belongs to the same. So we will see how to read a data which is there in a storage account. So this particular concept is called external tables. External tables. So anybody have any idea what is the difference between managed tables versus external tables? Managed tables versus external tables. Anybody have any idea?
In external table, data actually doesn't reside in the table. It's at some location and we are just pointing the table.
Exactly. So manage the table means how we have done cust table, EMP table, all those things in the database, right? Similarly, in Synapse also, we will create a table, we will insert. In that case, data will be there in a table. If you delete a table, data also will be deleted. But what is the external table is, table structure you will create. Okay, let's say there is a file with the three columns. There is a file with the three columns in blob storage. Let's imagine it's a blob storage, but I will also show you for the ADL agent. Okay, let's imagine we have a three columns, three columns in CSV file, and that CSV file, okay, that CSV file is in blob storage, is in blob storage. Three columns in CSV file and that CSV file in the blob storage. So first thing what you will do is you will save, okay, save credentials of storage account. Okay, second one is save path of CSV file. Third one is save file format. Okay, fourth one is create external table with the structure of CSV file. So these are the four steps mandatory if you want to do any type of, if you want to do any external table. But one important thing is here, you also need to create a master key. Master key is only a one-time activity. What is this master key? Yesterday somebody has got error, right? Master key is something you need to set a password. So using that, your managed key, basically user managed key, they will take. With that particular key, they are going to encrypt all the uh, passwords, all the keys that we have associated with the pages in ops or SQL data warehouse. All the credentials that may be, like whatever credentials are linked to the SQL data warehouse, everything will be encrypted by the user provided user key. Okay, that is nothing but a master key. What is the use
Sorry,
of what is the
your voice is high and low sometimes. Please check mic once.
just a minute. Indra. Just wait, okay? Just wait for 1 minute. Is it fine now? Hello? Is it fine now? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So what I'm saying is, how many of you understood till here, or you want me to repeat it?
Can you please repeat, Mala?
You understood till here. Do you want me to repeat this one?
Yes.
So, yeah, as I said, if you want to read data from the blob storage, first blob storage credentials you need to store. Then you need to store where the CSV file is available, the path you need to save. Then you need to save in which file format you have saved, that details you need to save. Finally, the number of columns that you have in the CSV file, with those number of columns you need to create a table structure. Table structure means same, create a table, table name, you will give the column names as CID, CNAME, varchar 50 and so on. So similarly, you need to create, but when you are creating the table, you need to say create external table, table name you need to do. Okay, that's all. So what about master key? Master key is a key that you are providing to the SQL data warehouse so that Microsoft will encrypt all the keys which are associated with the SQL data warehouse already with the this master key. Why they need to encrypt, or why they need to encrypt that particular existing data warehouse keys with the master key is, this is the data warehouse which is managed by you, so nobody should able to have that particular credentials with them. So that's why you need to encrypt all the keys that are associated with the SQL data warehouse by using your master key. That's why you must create a master key whenever you are doing any action. So, okay, whenever you are performing any write or read operations from the Synapse, you must have to create the master key. Okay, this is one of the mandatory. So always you will get a error if you are not creating master key. Okay. So why I have not highlighted this master key option here is because it's a one-time activity. When you create a SQL data warehouse, just one time you need to create, that's all, you can leave it. So later you need to repeat these 4 points for each table. Let's say you want to you want to read customer data, you create one external table for customer data. You want to read a EMP employee data, you create a one employee external table. So for creating each table, you need to repeat these 4 points. Got it? So now what I need is, I need a few things. One is a blob storage I'll create. Okay. And I'll give you one assignment today. So you need to finish that as well. Blob storage. Then you need to create the Synapse. Then you need to do the Azure data factory. So total 3. Sorry, data factory is not referred because today we are just doing the external table creation, meaning everything will execute in the Synapse. So blob storage is something where we basically store our actual data. So the data that is there in the blob storage, we will read it from the Synapse. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's quickly go there. Let me open the portal. See, one very important thing is, whenever you create the SQL data warehouse, please try to, okay, please try to delete it immediately after your work is done. Okay, so that is very important to know. Synapse. This is Synapse Analytics. Create Synapse Analytics. Resource group, Cloud Connect-archive. Yeah, let's create a new resource group if you want. Cloud Connect iPhone RG3. Okay. So managed resource group, I'm not giving anything, it will automatically create. Okay. Synapse workspace. So data lake name you need to put. Synapse workspace 2107 you can do. Account name is cloud. This is a storage account, okay? Cloud Pandit Gen 2. Create a file system name as a global. Now come to new security. Let me just enter my username. So click review plus create. Create it. Okay. So in Synapse workspace, we just created the Synapse workspace. What else we need to create inside the Synapse workspace? What else we need to create inside Synapse workspace? Okay, I'll tell you. Now just go to portal to let's create the storage account. So create new. Sorry, we already have created one more, that is Cloud Pandit RG3. Give the storage name as a Cloud Pandit block. So I'm explaining with a block, but you need to do with the ADLS. I'll tell you. Okay. The step by step I'll tell you. You need to just follow some kind of URLs and that you have to do. I'll tell you. I also feel there is a disturbance. That's why. Okay, I just removed it now. Create it now. Is it fine, Sarath? I ordered one headphone, but I did not receive it from the Microsoft. That's fine, but we created the blob storage and we are creating the Synapse analytics. Just wait for some time. Meanwhile, we can also prepare our data set. Okay, so what we can do is you can go to Notepad++ or Notepad, anything. You can create one more Notepad. Here you can simply create customer ID, customer name, customer location. If you want to put customer phone number, you can put anything. One from Bangalore, phone number, my phone number, 44248222 Krishna, Chennai, then the 44248233 3 Sai, Hyderabad, India 44248224. Okay, and so on. You can just put any number of data. Okay, 4 Shiva, Pune. So something like this. I'm just saving this. Save as. One second. Go here. External underscore tables dot csv. Action underscore tables dot csv. That is basically you should not say external tables underscore dot csv. Let me just rename it as simply custard.csv. Okay? Why we need to put it as external table? So maybe I can rename this as a. You should not call it. Why you need to call it as external table? It's not required to call it as external tables. You can simply say cust for external table dot. Okay, cust for ET, external table, okay? Cust et.csv. Because you'll confuse maybe that file itself a customer table and all you think. That's why go to research group. As you know, you need to create the dedicated SQL pool in the Synapse. So that's why I'm just moving to the Synapse. Under SQL pools, you know already creation of all these things, right? Click new. You need to create the dedicated SQL pool, okay? Cloud Monday SQL pool. See, it's basically 1000 C. See, the performance level selected currently limited in this region to create a dedicated pool. Performance levels you need to adjust. See, if you take even 400, see 435 rupees per hour. Don't take this much, okay? Take minimum, whatever is minimum we can take, okay? That is 100 data warehouse is it. It costs us 100 rupees per hour, okay? Just click additional settings and all not required. Just click, you will press create, click. So dedicated pool will come up. Meanwhile, we will place this particular file in the blob storage. If we go to container, create container. So this container is, I am calling it as a, maybe you can call it as global data. Okay, what is the root container name? Global data. So under global data, let me just upload this file. First et.csv, select this, open this, click upload. Okay, so you can directly upload, or if you want to put it in some subfolder, that also possible. Okay, let me show you how you can able to put it under a subfolder. Select it. So blob storage basically it's not possible directly, but you can see if you click on advanced options here, advanced, you can sit down, upload to folder. Here you can say global data slash India slash cust. Okay, you can just create up to here, then upload this file. One second, because I want to show you something. So upload again, because let me create the exact folder structure what we have in the real time, because simply we can't learn. There is no use of learning simply like that. So that's why India slash cust slash 2022 07 2020. Let's say this is yesterday. Okay. So what you need to understand here. So this folder structure, who is going to create? So while we are ingesting data into the storage, we can able to create this folder structure and we can load the data. That is what you should understand. Okay. So this is a yesterday file. Let's imagine I just loaded this data. Okay. Now can you tell me what is the path for this? What is the path of this? Remember, this path is very important. We are going to start the Databricks in the future. There also this will come. Was bs / container name @ storage name dot blob dot core dot windows dot net / subfolder. That's all. This is how you need to give the path. Okay, now with this syntax, can you tell me was bs / what is my container name? Global data. So global data @ what is the storage name? Cloud with the blob 21 dot blob dot core dot windows dot net / subfolder. What is the subfolder? If you remember, India cust. India cust came 2 times.
Created subfolders inside the India again this one.
It's a mistake. Again, I made a mistake. 1 second, okay, no problem. This will not take much time, even if you take 100 times mistake. Okay, only global folder will be there. Remaining all folders are deleted. The reason is it's a flat file structure. Okay, so now I am uploading this custl.csv and I want to load it into India/cust/2022-07/20. Upload this data. Okay, I just uploaded. Now come here. So here you need to put India/cust/. What else I need to put? Tell me.
Date.
Year, month, day. So remember, year, month, day, you need to put like this. Why? The reason is you are not creating the external tables daily. You are not creating the external tables daily. Okay. What we need to do is external tables we are not creating daily. So these tables are fixed. So today I have loaded, yesterday some data is loaded, today some data is loaded, yesterday data, today data, everything this sectional table should be able to read. Everything this sectional table should be able to read. That's why we need to put star at the end. Okay, clear? Copy this. This is the path. Keep it ready. Okay. Now come here. So dedicated. This dedicated SQL pool did not come up yet. It's we created 5 minutes back. Let's wait for some more time. Okay, but we got some information what needs to be done. Okay, so this is the first important thing, how to create the file path. See, file path we need to save. Okay, so we are saving the file path, something like this. So this is the wasbs :// global data. This is the storage name blob.blob.code.windows.net/country name subfolder and so on. Okay, clear? How many of you clear on this? Yeah, wasbs means Windows. I also did not remember that. Let me show you the meaning of wasbs. So something Windows Azure storage blob. Okay, Windows Azure storage blob. Last was BS means S means security purpose. You know HTTP, HTTPS. Okay, so that is wasbs means S means for security reason. This wasb means Windows Azure blob storage. Windows Azure storage blob. Sorry. Okay. Next, for data lake storage, you need to put ABFS. What is ABFS? See, ABF stands for Azure Blob File System. Azure Blob File System. So previous one is ABFS means Azure Blob File System. WasBS means Windows Azure Storage Blob. Okay, let me just tell you the expansions for these two. So because WasBS will come for what? Blob storage. So it means Windows Azure Storage Blob. Okay, ABFS. ABFS. It stands for Azure Blob File System. Clear?
Malay, one question, sorry. Just in case if we don't remember this format of forming this URL, is there any way that we can see by looking at the storage?
No. Looking at the storage, you will not get this kind of URL. The reason is I'll show you. If you click on this file, right? Properties, it will give you HTTP URL. It will not give you WasBS URL. Okay.
Okay.
So you need to understand, see from the Databricks documentation, we have seen how we can get it, all these things. In the Databricks documentation, they clearly written, so ABFSS, OSBS, while reading the files, what URL you need to follow and all. So similarly, here also we need to follow same URL, whatever we have. So this URL, if you want to get it, that structure, I'll show you. There are links I have that I'll share. So you can just follow those things. Okay.
Okay.
The
Thank you.
Microsoft documentation links I have, I'm going to share end of the session. So now what is important is, let's open Data Studio. Let's open Azure Data Studio. Click on this. Let's give this server name. What is the server name? This is the server name. Put that server name. SQL login. Let me enter my username and password. Database name is nothing but this one, not this one. Go to SQL pools. So yeah, let me show you. Click on it. So Synapse, do whether I enable the firewall or not. Okay, I did not get any error here, but at any time we may get that error. Okay, there is a possibility of getting the error. What you need to do is you need to go to networking. So already it's added yellow all. So it's already added from 00 to everything. Every network it's just added. That's why we are able to access. But if you want to add only your ID, you can able to yellow. And next one is there is option yellow Azure services resource to access this workspace. Yellow. This is not required for us, but if you want to enable, you can enable. That is not required for us. Okay. Save this. Now click on new query. Here we need to create one by one. So I'll tell you the documentation. From documentation itself I will go, so that you will have some understanding. Go to use external tables with Synapse SQL, come down. So step by step we'll have, okay. Create data source, create file format, create external table. There are three options it is showing there. But if we go so this is so totally different. Okay, let's go one by one. Create external tables, file security. See here also we have, this is a credentials. Now first we need to create a credentials. Yeah, so this is the first thing that we need to create. Yeah, so this is the first thing we need to create. This is the second thing we need to create. Okay, so they have just given, copy all these things, put it in the, I'll tell you. So basically create database scope credentials name, let's say Cloud Pandit block credential, block credentials. Just this is the name. It can be any name you can give. Okay. Next with the identity. With identity, basically you can give anything. Okay. So basically, I'm using. You can use the shared access signature to access the data that is there in the blob storage, or you can use access key. So I'll say access. I'll say access key. Okay. So what is the access key for your blob storage that you need to get it? How to get the access key for our table? Sorry, the access key for our blob storage. Can you tell me how? How can I get it?
The SaaS token.
You need to go to access keys. Just see here, show keys. Copy this key and store that key here. That's all you need to do. Okay. So, but before this, you need to create a master key. So, if the master key option is not showing in the same documentation flow, you can just come here and you can say create master key in Synapse. You go to create master key in Synapse. Come down, you will see this is the first option. Yesterday, I have copied from here and shared in the WhatsApp. Okay. So, because I don't have time to change the password and all, I just added password at the rate 123 to him. So similarly, so you can just put the password at the rate 123 or whatever master key you want to maintain, you can able to maintain. Okay, just run this. That is the first important thing. So master key is created. This is one-time activity. Next, credentials. So I'm saving the credentials. Credentials also saved now. Create external data source. So this is the external data source name. Okay. What is the external data source name you want to give? I want to give my external data source name as let's say blob path. Okay. So this is the blob data source. Blob data source. So if it is a blob data source, this is not the URL. This URL is for what? Data lake storage gen 2, but I am interested in the blob storage. Why I am leaving the data lake storage for you as it is, you can get it this URL everything from the documentation, but for blob storage, from blob storage, if you are going to read, you will not know what is the formula that you need to follow. Okay, so that's why copy this, put this here. Okay, next credentials, where you saved your credentials here in this Cloud Pandit, the block credentials, give this name here, give this name here. Got it? Okay, create external data source. Data source name is blob data source with the so location is this, credentials is this, and type equal to Hadoop. Clear? Everybody's clear till here? Any questions?
So Malay, this master key that you're creating, is it only for this blob storage or?
No. This is Synapse. This is a whenever you want to do anything in the Synapse, the first option is you need to create a master key, then only you need to do anything. Doesn't matter. This is not for external tables or internal tables or for loading data. Whenever you create a Synapse, before you do anything in the Synapse, you need to use the master key. That is the thumb rule. Remember, master key, what you need to do is there are default credentials are set. A lot of credentials will be there in data warehouse that are set in. So that may be aware by the Microsoft team, but they should not know. That's why you are encrypting those credentials with your own key. That key is this. So that your actual keys will be encrypted with this key. So when you provide this master key, then only they can able to recover your data warehouse in case of disasters and all.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Malay.
Okay. So this is the basically data source. Okay, let's create data source. We created or we weren't created? We created, right? Let's run this. So data source also created. Data source also created. Now let's go to the again documentation. Come down. So data source yellow taxi. This is done. We completed. Now we need to go to the file formats. Okay. Now we need to go to the file formats. If you see, create an external file format for delimited text. If it is a CSV file, if it is a Parquet file like this. Okay. So now you just copy this. If it is CSV file, we just copy this, and we need to put it here. Where? In this. So if you want to keep all these things you can keep. Otherwise, you can just leave all these things. It's not required. It's not mandatory. Okay? Create external file format. So file format name is my CSV files. Okay, any name you can give. Not a problem. You can give any name. So formatting options. Okay, these are a formatting options. So what are the formatting options? Field delimiter. What is the delimiter for our data? Tell me. Where is the source data? Source data I closed. But what is delimiter meaning? Anybody have any idea? Delimiter means 1, 2, 3. What is the delimiter in this?
Comma.
What is the delimiter in this?
Comma.
Comma. Okay. So 1 pipe, 2 pipe, 3 pipe, and so on. What is the delimiter in that?
Pipe.
Okay. Yes. Exactly. So you can able to use all of those things. Okay. Just a minute. Fine. First row. Yeah, first row. So your actual data is starting from where? Your first row is starting from where? Your actual data is starting from which line? Line number 2, isn't it? So because the row number 1 is a headers data, and it's not a data, it's a headers. That's why row number is 2. So string delimiter, basically you don't have any string delimiter. You just put it as a this one empty. Okay. So here the delimiter is comma. You just keep it the comma. So I think you also need to. It's not required. I think pipe use default is default data types, whatever it is taking, you want to keep it, you just keep all these options true. Encoding, I think so encoding options by default it will be UTF-8. So pass version, these two things it will take dynamically. So it will take the default values. Okay, that is not mandatory. You can just keep it. Then 1 second. So we will go to the documentation 1 second. Come down. So we will see some options here. See, field delimiter we just kept. String delimiter we don't have anything. We just kept empty. And then data compression techniques we don't have file format. It's for parquet file they have given example, but delimiter text they have not given any example. I'll tell you what you need to do is you need to basically put it under this. Just remove this. Format option going to everything. I need to close something. Okay, I'll just close it here. Where did you get this? Redaction file.
I think a comma is missing after format type.
After format type. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Okay, this is correct. Chitranjan has pasted something text with the format type equal delimiter, format options of field delimiter first equal to and so on. Okay, correct. So let's see now. So you can remove this.
Remove that format options also and keep everything in one place only with commas.
That's correct. Yeah, maybe let's try to do that. format options. Let's see if it is not working. We will look into this. This should work. Okay, it is working. Now let's go back and let's create the action table. Okay, how to create action table? How to create action table? So create action table, table name, and all the column definition you need to give. Let me create it. Create external table. Column table name is cust, and you need to put all the column names that you have. CID integer. Okay, C name varchar 50. C location varchar 50. What else? C phone number. Let's say begin. It is there here. Yes, begin. Okay. So once you have given these things, so then you need to put width. Okay, width. Yeah, width. Width. What else? Width. Location equal to location name. Okay, whatever location. Data source name. Location you don't need to give because in the data source itself we mention this one. Okay, we just have to give the data source name and the file format. Location we don't need to give, data source and the file format. So what you need to do here is you just have to give the name of these. So the file format is my CSV file, and this one is data source is nothing but this one. Okay, so just put comma. I think just put comma. That's all. Let's try to create the actual tables. Location option is not specified. Specify value of the location. Create actual table statement. The table field. The location is mandatory. The location is mandatory. Just to take the location. The location is mandatory. Do one thing, just put it as a root. Okay, put it as a root. Let's try to create it. Run this. Does not exist. One second, okay. Blob data source 1. I'm just removing this part. Run this. It was done in 2020. I did not remember. Let me see. India's last cost. Okay, got it. What we need to do is, I think we need to take like this. Let me see now. One second. Valid path. Why it is not able to identify the stars? Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so you no need to put star star star. Basically, if you give till this particular cust folder, under cust folder automatically it is reading the files. You understood? See, that's why I am not using star star star. Here also I basically not mentioning star star star. When I mentioned star star star, it got failed. But now I just loaded the with a cust folder itself. I loaded under cust folder. We actually uploaded the data in the year month day folder, but I am able to access it. Now, what else you need to do is come here, not here, just here. I'll create a one more file with a no need to do like this. You do one thing, go here, go to this custody, copy paste. I'll call it as a custody one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because daily the data will load into our files, right? That must be changed. Now I'll mark it as a 11, 22, 33, 44. Ravi. Something like this. So location, let them be like this. Otherwise, for everybody, just put Pune, or let's say Delhi. This Pune record already there. So for all these 4 people, let me just put it as a Delhi. Now I'm saving this file, and this file I'll upload into same blob storage. I'm going to upload into which one? Into the same container, basically global data, and India. Basically, you can't upload like this. Under this, upload HTT1, and then you upload into the 21 folder. Upload this. Okay, this is basically we loaded into 21 folder. Come here. Now you no need to create it, because you are creating the file only once. You are going to read the data. Are you getting the new data or not? Yes. You are getting the new data or not? Yes. So daily what happens in real time is the data will be keep loading into the storage in a year month day folders. So once the data is loaded into that, we are going to read that data using the external tables. External tables is one of the cost management. The reason is whenever somebody is not querying this data, automatically it is able to pass the Synapse. How to pass the Synapse? I'm not pausing, don't worry. So I'll clarify all your doubts, then I'll move on further. So how to pass the data warehouse is, there is a dedicated SQL pool. Go to SQL pool. So this is the pool which is basically casting, right? Click on that pool. You see there is an option called parsing. Are you able to see here? Are you able to see here? If you want to just pause it, you can just click pause, it will pause it, okay? Let's say here pause, automatically see there are no active user queries. Would you like to continue and pass the dedicated SQL pool? See, nobody is querying the data on this dedicated SQL pool now. If you want to pass it, it is asking. Yes, if you say it will automatically pass it. Later, if you want to come back and run it, there is a resume option here. After pausing option, it will show as resume. Click on that, it will resume. Okay, next. So we chosen something called data warehouse units. If you want to increase those data warehouse units, because what happens regularly in the real time is there are some failures happens in your data or whatever. So you have a backfill data. Last 2 days data you did not process. Now you need a better scale. There more data warehouse units you basically take to process last 2 days data. If you want to increase for some time, click on the scale. So if you click on this scale, you can see we have taken 100 data warehouse units. Later, if you want to increase, you can increase and click on save so that it will take the more data warehouse units. Okay, clear? No, it will not cost you if you pass it through the. Okay, clear? If you have two files in same path, which one it will pick? It is basically reading two files. You have seen, right, Shiva? You are clear. So now I will give you the step by step
Yes,
code.
Malaya.
So basically, I will give you the step by step code. I'll just keep it from here to. So why I have not chosen data lake storage is because data lake storage only option that you can see is ABF. ABFSS that you can able to see in the documentation that URL I no need to create. That's why I have not show you. The assignment for you is you need to do same lab in the same lab where you will do same lab. You need to do it in a
Gen 2.
data lake storage. For data lake storage, Gen 2 you try to do. Okay. See, this is master key we created. This is the step 1. I'm just creating some kind of a text file documentation. Step 1. This is the master key. It's only one time per Synapse. Only one time you need to give. Okay. The repeatable steps are these. That's why I'll just say step 1. Okay? So don't call it as a step 1 because this is a one-time activity. That's why I'm just commenting. Okay. So step 1 is this. Step 2 is this. Any doubts in step 1 and step 2? This is a step 3. Okay. This is a step 4. You can able to create all these things. If you get stuck anywhere, you can let me know. Okay. Step 4. And step 5 is basically we're querying the data. Got it?
So Malaya, like one question, if you're trying to use this external table somewhere like in other data flow.
Excel tables, you can't read it from anywhere else. I don't think these are accessible from outside, like from any other service. If you try to read it, these Excel tables you cannot query from outside. Excel tables you can query only from Synapse.
Okay.
But I am not very sure on this. I will double check on this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So just wanted to check, like if it is accessible.
Example. See, we can do today itself. Let me just do now. Why we created this, right? So in the Synapse itself, we can open this workspace. We can launch this workspace. Let me see. Okay. The external tables are really visible from Azure Data Factory or Azure Data Factory or not. We can able to check. Shiva, it's not a root. It's not a root. Extension to this. Root meaning extension to this path, whatever path you have given. Cust, right? Cust. After cust, if you want to add any other path, if you want to add, we added a star star star, right? What it said is no star 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 you should not use here also. Then I just use this, and when I read it, it is reading, meaning it is automatically selecting star star star, meaning whatever subfolders files are there, everything it is trying to read. Got it? This is not a root. It is basically extension to this, the path that you have in the data source. Clear, Shiva? So now what we do, we'll create a one linked service here. One linked service for, already we have a linked service for Cloud One SQL pool, already linked service. One second. No, we don't have a linked service for SQL pool. Synapse data warehouse. This is a subscription. This is the server name. Which one is the server name? Open one SQL Server. This is the one. Database name is cloud fund SQL Pool. Username is this. Password is this one. Testing connection. Create it. So once you create this, now come to author tab, you'll come to know. Yeah, let's go to integrate here. Create a pipeline. So in this pipeline, basically what you can do is what you can do is you can use a copy activity. Okay? Copy data. Okay. Use this source as your Synapse dedicated pool. See this connection I am taking, and tables, actual tables, if it is visible, see, actual table is possible. Yes. Sorry. The actual table is possible. You can able to access it. Okay. You can preview the data from the actual table, meaning you are able to read the actual tables from outside. See, I'm getting this data. So one more thing, let me just do a double check, because I always doubt about anything that is. I need to double confirm always. So whether the things are same or not, we will test it from the existing data factory. Maybe I'm not creating a new data factory. Maybe let me see from the outside of the Synapse. Whether outside of the Synapse, these action tables are accessible or not, we will test it. So with this, we can get some conclusion. Clear? Everybody is clear, because in the Synapse, I'm doubt about it, whether it is as it is a Synapse it is showing, or it will show outside also. That's why double check on this and confirm. Yes, Tanuja, I'll share in the chat window now itself. Otherwise, when I share recorded video, I'll share it. So first we go to manage, create a one linked service. So this is yesterday lab, I have not deleted it. Synapse, let it be. Subscription is this. Database is this. Username is this. Password is this one. Create it. Connection successful, you can create it. Now come to author tab, create a pipeline, move and transform, bring the copy data activity. So this is source, click new. What is this? Synapse, right? Synapse. Use this connection. Let's check whether yes. Meaning these external tables you can able to read it. Exactly, correct. Okay. We can get a confirmation or conclusion that we can able to read these external tables from data factory or is Synapse, wherever you want to read. How we have managed tables accessible from anywhere. Similarly, these external tables also accessible. Everybody got clarity now?
So Malay, like one more question. So if you try to modify the data in the blob storage, so and you're trying.
Nobody is going to one second. You can't do it in real time. You can't go and modify a file. First thing, because you think practically. So you can do whatever you want to do, but practically when you think, you are not going to change a file data in real time. First thing. What you can do is maybe you will read data into Databricks, you transform data and reload into another folder. Okay. So in that case, what happens? Tell me your question, full question, tell me.
So like when I say modified, like it was re-uploaded, for instance. So let's say the file was, re-uploaded with some corrections. So is it going to be reflected instantly without any latency? Let's say we have.
Yes, it will immediately reflect those changes. So let me show you example here. Instead of 111 or triple two, 333 or something. Okay.
Can't see your screen.
We can't see.
We can't see your screen.
Is it? Since how long?
I think
Some
it's
2
like a
minutes.
minute, some minute ago.
Oh, I think by mistake it got unshared. Okay, fine. Okay, see, so what I'm saying is I'm just modified this file. Earlier it was 11, 22, 33 and so on, right? Now I'm making it as a 111, 22, 33. It will reflect, see, as per my understanding, it will reflect immediately. Okay, what I feel is it will reflect immediately, but we can test it also. Cloud Fund is block 2107, go to containers, global data, India, first data, 2022 07 21. Okay, under 21 I'll just re-upload this file with some corrections. Clear? I saved these changes, right? So I just saved. See here, 111, everything is there, open. Already is there. Overwrite if file exists. Overwritten. Now come here. Just you do a select star from cust. Immediately it should come. Immediately, isn't it? Is it coming or not? Because every time it will go and read data from the storage only. If new data is available in the storage, it will get it. Clear? With practical, we have proved it. Fine. Would you please share this document in the group? Yes, I'll share it. You are using root for location. Shiva, you got it. Okay. Ashwita, can you please share this document in WhatsApp? Yes, I'll share. Can we create action tables on Azure SQL table? Azure SQL table or SQL database you're talking about?
So my question is, like, we did this here, we did in a data warehouse, right? Can we use the same concept, external tables, in SQL database, Azure SQL database?
Can we create or not? I'm not sure, because this is the kind of requirements we do. But so in database, I never seen somebody's creating.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Okay, and also the source is all these external table concept is available only for blob storage and ADLS Gen 2 or any other things?
Any other thing meaning external tables means data must be there in some files. It may be any file. So as of now, I think it is possible for blob and data lecture Gen 2. It was earlier it possible with data lecture Gen 1, but data lecture Gen 1 is no longer available. Available means it's available, but you're not allowed to create a new data lecture Gen 1 services.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
And
Yes,
we are creating these extra things, right, Malaya, like file format and everything. If I want, if I define it somewhere and I want to reuse it, can I use that concept here, like file format for CSV?
I'll tell you. See, this file format is that doesn't matter whether cust file or CSV file, right? So this particular CSV file, this particular file format you can use wherever you have a CSV file, you have a headers. Your actual data is starting from 2 and your delimiter is comma. Wherever you have this, you can able to reuse this. Okay.
Okay.
If you want to reuse the data source as well, if you remember, India is the common folder. Under that you have a cust. So when you are creating cust table, instead of putting the there as a Hadoop / cust, you put cust here till Hadoop, so that everything you can able to reuse everything basically. Okay.
Okay. Okay. We can see that, like, tables, views, programmability on the left side somewhere. Like, what are all present?
Yes.
Like, tomorrow I come and if I want to use it, I just want to know, is there availability or not?
Yes. Yes. See, whatever you have, it will show you. I think, so you can able to see the security level. You can able to see these tables.
Open it in Synapse, Malaya. You can. It's better than the Azure Data Studio.
Right. I think because I'm not able to see these things. 1 second. Yeah, let me just open it from Synapse only, or Synapse Studio only. mean, yeah, you are able to see there, but some are not showing, right? That's why. Let's try to go to SQL code.
Third tab, your Synapse, the third tab.
Synapse?
The tab already open in the third one.
No, I opened here, no problem. I'm not able to see 1 second. Query option. You click on overview. This is Synapse.
I mean, launch the Synapse Studio. I mean,
Okay, okay. Oh, querying you are saying here, from here. Right. See, external resources, whatever we created, you will be able to see. See data source, one data source, and the file formats. Okay, external tables that we created, you will be able to see. Okay.
Thank you.
So basically,
Malya, can we drop these external resources or file formats?
you can drop it, I think. Say drop. Drop
Okay,
script
command is also
automatically.
there. Okay.
Now, the main advantage of the Synapse is it will generate the script for you if you don't know something. There is the UI part as well. You can just use the UI to generate the queries. See, drop external data source name. The
Okay,
same.
and one more thing, Malya, is there any difference that what we can do in serverless pool, what we cannot do in dedicated pool? Is there any limitation apart from cost?
Not cost. So the main use case is totally different. Okay. So the use case is basically you want to do the use case you need to look at. Now, see, cost is one thing. The use case you need to look at. So when you will go with the serverless, you don't know how much data you are getting, how much data you are going to query. So in that case, you cannot fix it. Example, you don't know how much work you are going to get it. You can't fix how many people you need to complete this project, right? How big the project, if you know, then only you can estimate how many people you need to finish the project, isn't it? Similarly, serverless, when you will go, you don't have much clarity on your source systems, how much data you are querying. So when you are going to query, how many times I need to query per day, how many queries I need to file per day. So all these things, when you don't know, you go and go with the serverless. So that what happens is based on the usage, the cost will be given. So that is the use case, not only cost. So use case is when you don't have any clarity what all process you need to do for that particular day, so then you can go with the serverless. If you know, like daily I'm getting 1 to 2 GB of data that I need to process, you can fix the so how much time, basically let's say between 1 to 3 o'clock I'll get the data. You between 1 to 3 you can turn on the dedicated SQL pool and you can execute your job. At 3 o'clock you turn off dedicated SQL pool, also you are going to turn off, but you are going to fix the capacity. You are going to fix the capacity of the dedicated SQL pool, whereas serverless you are not fixing. So based on the query that you are firing, automatically it will take the required compute infrastructure. Okay.
So I can automate this, like I want to turn it on for 2 hours, I can automate it.
ESS that you can able to do from the Azure Data Factory. I did not remember the commands, how you can able to do. I'll just show you 100%. I can show you because I might have some document. All these things we have done in the project. See, Synapse is not a new thing. First, remember, Synapse is nothing but our data warehouse only. They have just enhanced these features. That's all. It was there since 2017. What we are using. Okay. So the external tables, parsing, resuming, all these things we are doing since 2017. Okay. So these all are same. So I'll get the documentation. What we used to do is we used to schedule a pipeline at a 3 o'clock, which basically turn on the dedicated SQL pool. We used to schedule another pipeline at 5 o'clock, which basically turn off the same this one, this dedicated SQL pool. So for that, you need to just use the restricted URL. So I will tell you that that particular part also I'll take. So remember, whatever I committed, if I have not covered, you try to remember. Okay. So as of now, in my mind, there are three things. One is I need to show Salesforce one, Cosmos, and this turn off and turn on the dedicated SQL pool. These three. Along with that, few more things I'll show you in the Synapse. Later, what we are planning to do is maybe after this batch, once this batch is completed, maybe I'll start a maybe another batch where we are starting the Synapse master program. So whatever we learned in Data Factory or Databricks, whatever we have done, everything we will try to do it in the Synapse. Okay. So people who are interested, they can register that, but we will see. Okay. So, but we will try to do. But if you want to learn, if you are confident to do everything in the Synapse, you try to do whatever we have done. Everything is possible. Okay. But I will show you a few more things on this. Then we will basically talk about, instead of using the data factory, we will start with the data Synapse, like that is basically Synapse master program we will launch. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody have any other questions?
So Malaya, you created
one thing in the WhatsApp group which sends links you are sending which are not highlighted to open. Can you check that once?
You see, first thing is, this is the question I have to tell you. If some URL is not highlighting, what you need to do, copy all the content and put it in the Notepad++. It will highlight automatically and you can save it somewhere. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay.
that is not a problem. And suppose one more thing, if that is not highlighted, it is very clearly show you https://drive.google.share. So you copy this entire thing manually and you paste it in the browser, you will get it. Okay, that is not from my issue because I am sharing properly. Only problem is sometimes it is not highlighting. If it is not highlighting, two ways. One is copy and paste in the browser to access any video. Second way is put all the content in a Notepad++, automatically it will highlight. Okay, next.
Malaya, you created this master key, right? So where exactly we use that master key?
Sheriff, when you join class, master key is used in the disaster management. So if you want to recover your data warehouse, you need to tell your master key. When you share your master key, they will basically identify what is your data warehouse.
Okay, I mean, we don't use it in day-to-day purpose, but whenever something.
We won't use at all. Master key is it's a one-time activity that is for security. So it's our data warehouse. We are responsible to manage.
Okay, Malaya. Yeah. I mean, I just asked this question because I didn't see that being used. So.
Yeah, we won't use. That's what I said. If you are there from the beginning. Okay, fine. Next. Any other questions?
Malaya, yesterday I asked regarding deployment video.
I will share.
Please share it, Malaya.
Yeah, I'll share today. There are a lot of